Recently, videos have leaked of John Wall playing in pickup games, and he looks flat out dangerous because playing against Michael Beasley in one run and Kyrie Irving in another, John Wall put on the following show. As we can see, Wall is back to the explosive style of play that made him a 5-time All-Star and at one point a legitimate top 10 to 15 player in the NBA. And as you are about to see in this video, we might not be hyping up the return of John Wall enough, because in his own words, John Wall has stated that he's played injured for almost his entire career and that people are going to see what he is capable of when he is fully healthy. And if you don't believe him, well, John's play on the court has been so dominant that he has convinced Bradley Beal to stay in Washington, even though the Wizards won just 25 games last season. Just listen to how excited the two of them are to play with each other.
The way he's been playing, I can't wait to get out there and play with him.
A couple weeks ago was his first practice, and he just brought a spark. I was just like, dang, like, that's what we've been missing the whole year.
I just can't wait to get back out there.
So what is happening here? Is John Wall really going to be better than he's ever been next season? And if he is, where is he going to rank among the top point guards in the league? And how far can the Wizards go as a team? These are the questions we are going to answer in today's video. So what's up guys, Mike here, and today we are of course going to look at the hype surrounding the John Wall. We are going to find out if that hype is justified, but before we do that, please like this video if you enjoyed. It helps me out a ton, and subscribe so you never miss a video. The draft and free agency are right around the corner. I'm gonna have tons of content for you guys, so hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. As for now, let's talk about John Wall, because how quickly we have forgotten, how quickly we have lost the image of John Wall going coast to coast in our minds, how quickly a player who is a 5-time All-Star and was a top 10 to 15 player in the NBA has fallen from the discussion of top point guards and in many fans' minds has fallen off the NBA radar completely. Is this understandable? I guess. The NBA is certainly a what have you done for me lately type of league, and John Wall hasn't done much lately. His last All-Star season was in 2018, and even then, he only played in 41 games. So after missing the entire 2020 season, it's no surprise that people have forgotten about John Wall, but he is now back and looking better than ever. His explosiveness is back, his jump shot is changed and improved, which we'll talk about shortly, but for now, let's emphasize the fact that for the first time in a long time, John Wall is actually healthy. Because if you didn't know, well, let's listen to the words of John Wall himself. He said recently, quote, "I'm gonna be better than what I was before, and that's the scary part. Damn near the whole 5 years I was an All-Star, I played with 2 bone spurs in my knee and my heel. People don't know that. They ain't even get the best of John Wall yet, they just got a clip of him." These words are very interesting because if we believe them, well then, what does that mean exactly? John Wall was already one of the NBA's top point guards in his prime. How good is he going to be if he's actually more healthy than he ever was before? To answer that question, to take a look at what we would get out of a premier John Wall, a Wall that is better than any version we have ever seen of him, we have to, of course, take a look at just how good the best former version of John Wall was. And so now, let's jump back to 2017, where John Wall is fresh off a regular season that saw him average 23.1 points, 10.7 assists, and 2 steals per game. He is an All-Star, he is a member of the 3rd-team All-NBA, and in the playoffs, he gives Washington Wizards fans real hope that one day, possibly soon, they will reach the NBA Finals. Because in the 2017 playoffs, John Wall took a leap and reached a near superstar level, which is a big statement, but let me remind you of what this man did. In the first round, Wall dispatched the 5th-seeded Hawks with a massive 42.8 assist performance in Game 6, and then in the second round against the top-seeded Celtics, John Wall continued his dominance with a 40.13 assist Game 2, and even more impressively, in Game 6, the Wizards were down by 2 points with 7.7 seconds left. Their season was on the line. If they lost this game, they were going home, and this happened.
Porter can't find anybody. He gives it to Wall. Working against Bradley for 3. John Wall! What a shot!
Yes, we had a game-winning three by John Wall that almost helped the Wizards pass the Celtics into the Eastern Conference Finals, only Game 7 finally saw John run out of gas as he shot just 8 for 23 in a Wizards loss. But as I said before, the hope for this Washington Wizards team was there and it was justified. The Wizards won 49 games in 2017, they almost took down the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and John Wall had a historic 2017 playoff run. Let me really emphasize that word for you, historic. In the 2017 playoffs, Wall would become one of just 5 players in NBA history to ever average 27 points and 10 assists in a single playoff run. And as you can see, the other players on this list are all Hall of Famers or will be Hall of Famers, and what's even more impressive here is that in 2017, John Wall averaged 27 and 10 in 13 games. No other player on this list played in more than 5. So at this point in time, John Wall was 26 years old. He was a top 10 to 15 player in the league who had just stepped up his level of play big time in the playoffs, and the biggest thing going forward for the Wizards here was that Bradley Beal had yet to fully emerge. Because while it did look like John Wall was on the cusp of achieving greatness, back in 2017, Bradley Beal had yet to ever make an All-Star game, and while he certainly had a very bright future at the age of just 23, he had not yet entered his prime, he had not yet become the absolutely ridiculous scorer that he would become. As we saw this season, Beal averaged 30.5 points per game on a Wizards team that basically had no real second option. All season long, Beal was forced to face defensive schemes that included double teams and box and ones, but still, he managed to score over 30 points per game on almost 46% shooting, an insane achievement. This year, Beal proved that he is one of the NBA's top scorers, which means now, if John Wall really is unleashed and is going to be better than we have ever seen, well, the Wizards are going to be a very dangerous team. As we just saw, as a 5 seed in the playoffs this year, the Miami Heat reached the NBA Finals, which means the Eastern Conference is wide open for the taking. Anyone can rise up and take that crown, so while it might be a stretch, we definitely cannot count the Wizards out. And sure, if we're being honest, the Wizards probably are not going to win the Eastern Conference next season, but John Wall and Bradley Beal have stated that they are very confident that they can get a 3rd star to want to come to Washington, and for that to happen, Washington is going to have to emerge as one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, which I think is definitely possible, especially when we consider the status of John Wall's current level of play. Again, John is feeling better than he's ever felt before, as after a recent run, he stated that he was playing basketball pain-free for the first time in basically 10 years. He also said, quote, "I feel young, to be honest. I hooped today and I didn't feel like I played today. You know, that's the most important thing to me, just locking in to have my body prepared for a whole season no matter how many minutes I play." John Wall has been out here grinding. He has been out here making sure his body is ready for a full regular season and a full playoff run, however long that might be. And on top of his health here, you may have also noticed something that is very, very important, because if you watch John Wall's jump shot in his recent pickup games, you may have seen that it is noticeably quicker. In fact, a source who watched the pickup games with the Nets and Kyrie Irving told NBC Sports Wall showed explosiveness while showcasing a much improved three-point shot. And as you can see in these videos, John Wall is shooting the ball with a faster release and is shooting on the way up instead of on the way down. The three-point shot has always been one of the most inconsistent parts of Wall's game and is truly the missing piece for him. Because of course, Wall has always been one of the fastest and quickest players in the league, but some defenders have managed to contain him in the half court simply by backing off of him and daring him to shoot. In his best season in 2017, Wall shot just 33% from 3 and made just 1.1 three-pointers a night. If he comes out this season with a better shot on top of being more healthy than he's ever been, well, then I can certainly buy into the hype. I can see the Wizards doing some big things together. As John Wall has said, the way I was playing before I got injured, it was at a high level. I'm coming back at that level even better. And that level Brad is at now, it's going to be scary. So guys, what do you think here? Are the Washington Wizards legit? Are they a playoff team next season? Is John Wall going to be an all-star, or is all of this just off-season talk talk that is not going to prove to be real once the regular season rolls around. I guess we'll see. I am definitely rooting for John Wall because he's had a very tough road to come back from injury. He has worked so hard to get to where he is. I really hope that this man has an awesome season. For now though, thank you for watching today's video, and remember to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. It helps me out a ton. And also guys, if you are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I have tons of NBA content coming out very soon, so subscribe and turn post notifications on. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome, we all know it, and as always, have an awesome day guys, and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it, and other than that, have a great day and peace.